Hi there guys, I hope you are having a good day. Grab yourself a cup of tea and let's talk some boxing. Now, apparently Anthony Joshua versus Oleksandr Usyk is going to take place on September 25th. And it has also been rumoured to be taking place at Tottenham Stadium. So it is looking a little bit more concrete now as to where the fight will take place and when as well. Now, Tottenham hasn't been confirmed, but considering Anthony Joshua is talking about it and Eddie Hearn, and they did want to go there for the Pulev fight last year, but obviously COVID happened and then it was moved back to December. So in light of that, AJ will still likely go to Tottenham Stadium, this time though for the Usyk fight in September. Now, I think that it is a good move to have the fight that late because obviously Anthony Joshua would have been looking to fight probably May, June, July, or August. I mean, with the negotiations for Tyson Fury, that changed quite a bit. But Tyson Fury is fighting next month against Deontay Wilder. Now, Anthony Joshua has never been in the ring with Usyk, whereas Fury has been in there with Wilder. Now, I mean, Wilder's going to try different things, but Fury knows what is coming. So I would imagine he's had ample time to prepare. And perhaps even before AJ Fury fell apart, maybe he had some kind of insight into the fact that he might be fighting Deontay Wilder and wasn't just preparing for AJ. So that could be the reason why they are fighting before AJ is fighting, because AJ is fighting a couple of months after Tyson Fury. So that is interesting, but I do believe it is the right move, although it means he will only fight once this year, unless he's going to fight late in December. But it does give him enough time to prepare for a tricky southpaw, someone who is going to be a lot smaller than Tyson Fury, a lot lighter, moving a lot faster as well. So there will be those obstacles in the ring for AJ to overcome, so the last thing he wants to do is to give Usyk a head start by having the fight too soon to try and get it out of the way, and allow Usyk any kind of opportunity to gain an advantage over him. He wants it to be a level playing field. So having it in September means he can get a good camp in and prepare diligently for just Usyk. He's been preparing for Tyson Fury, sparring, training. That has been the thing for Anthony Joshua the whole of this year, and some of last year I would imagine as well. But that has now fallen at the wayside. And now, as I said, he needs to change his training plan to adjust to Oleksandr Usyk. It is important that he doesn't just decide to go in July, August, because that would be too soon. He doesn't have enough time, and he's been there before with Andy Ruiz by just jumping in with Ruiz when Jarrell Miller was out. Had they postponed that and maybe done it at a later date, then fought Ruiz, you would have gotten an Anthony Joshua much similar to the one in the second fight, and maybe that wouldn't have happened, although you can't change things now. And I do believe that that loss did teach Anthony Joshua a lot, something of which he is learning from in this situation, because otherwise he might have tried to fight Oleksandr Usyk sooner, but he knows that he needs 12 weeks to prepare, and he will not underestimate the former undisputed cruiserweight champion. Now, of course, as I said earlier, this does likely mean Anthony Joshua will only fight once this year, which is a shame because he only fought once last year, and that's not great. 2 years and 2 fights. That is a lot of inactivity for AJ when you consider the fact that Dillian Whyte has fought Povetkin twice, and he will fight again in the summer, and he wants to fight again later in the year as well. So Dillian Whyte might fight 3 times this year. He is remaining active, and I would rather see a fighter remain active than stay out of the ring, because AJ has many things he wants to achieve in the sport of boxing, many things he has already achieved. But there are still some great fights out there for AJ, and the problem is with inactivity, that means that time is ticking by, and those fights are still there for him to take. So if he deals with Oleksandr Usyk, he will try and make undisputed once again. Now, whether he will be successful or not, we don't know at the moment. The only thing he can focus on is Oleksandr Usyk, but if he's going to be fighting him towards the end of September, what are the chances he will fight in December? I would say they're quite slim, because he is going to try and make undisputed, and therefore they aren't going to make a fight for Undisputed that quickly. Especially given what happened in the past 5 months of lengthy negotiations, all for it to end in an arbitration ruling for Deontay Wilder to get the third fight with Tyson Fury. So, given what we know about that, Anthony Joshua could fight Usyk, and I mean, there's no guarantees he's going to win, but say he does win, then there could be another 5 months of lengthy negotiations. You would hope though that the fact that they've gotten that out of the way and sorted out where the fight would take place and little nitty gritty things. I mean, Anthony Joshua said his name was down on the contract. So you would hope it would be quite simple to rekindle those negotiations and get things off, and hopefully there could be that fight in 2022. But that being said, I'm not going to hold my breath on Undisputed. Now, I guess one interesting question that could be out there is, what platform will it be on? Will it be on DAZN or Sky Sports? Because obviously Matchroom will now be working with DAZN. This fight will be on Sky Sports because Anthony Joshua still has one fight to take with his Sky contract. So it will remain on Sky Sports for now. And we don't know what Anthony Joshua is going to do with his future. Whether he does remain on Sky, he will still be working with Matchroom, I would imagine. So for the next fight, it will be on Sky. After that, I'm guessing there will be some negotiations between Anthony Joshua and broadcasters as to who gets to stage his fights. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on this? Make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments below. Also leave a like and grab that subscribe button. Thanks, guys.